Welcome friends to another session on nonlinear models. Continuous models for interacting populations part 2. As we have discussed in the previous session, there are three main types of interaction. First one is if the growth rate of one population is decreased and the other increased, the populations are in a predator-prey situation. Second one is if the growth rate of each population is decreased, then it is competition. Third one, if each population growth rate is enhanced, then it is called mutualism or symbiosis. We have already done with the first case. Let us see competition models and mutualism in this session. Competition models, principle of competitive exclusion. Here, two or more species compete for the same limited food source or in some way inhibit each other's growth. For example, competition may be for territory which is directly related to food resources. Here we discuss a very simple competition model which demonstrates a fairly general principle which is observed to hold in nature, namely that when two species compete for the same limited resources, one of the species usually becomes extinct. Consider the basic two species Lotka-Volterra competition model with each species N1 and N2 having logistic growth in the absence of the other. Inclusion of logistic growth in the Lotka-Volterra system makes them much more realistic. Therefore, to highlight the principle, we consider the simpler model which reflects many of the properties of more complicated models, particularly as regards stability. We thus consider the set of equations dN1 by dt is equal to R1 into N1 into 1 minus N1 by K1 minus B12 into N2 by K1 and dN2 by dt is equal to R2 into N2 into 1 minus N2 by K2 minus B12 into N1 by K2, where R1, K1, R2, K2, B12 and B21 are all positive constants, and as discussed in the previous session, the R's are the linear birth rates and the K's are the carrying capacities. The B12 and B21 measure the competitive effect of N2 on N1 and N1 on N2 respectively. They are generally not equal. Note that the competition model given by equation 1 is not a conservative system like its Lotka-Volterra predator-prey counterpart. If we non-dimensionalize this model by writing U1 is equal to N1 by K1, U2 is equal to N2 by K2, tau is equal to R1 T1, rho is equal to R2 by R1, A12 is equal to B12 into K2 by K1, A21 is equal to B21 into K1 by K2, then equation 1 becomes du1 by d tau is equal to u1 into 1 minus u1 minus A12 into u2, which is equal to f1 of u1 u2, and du2 by d tau is equal to rho u2 into 1 minus u2 minus A21 into u1, which is equal to f2 of u1 u2. The steady states and the phase plane singularities u1 star u2 star are solutions of f1 u1 u2 is equal to f2 u1 u2 is equal to 0, which from equation 4 are u1 star equal to 0, u2 star equal to 0, u1 star is equal to 1, u2 star is equal to 0, u1 star is equal to 0, u2 star is equal to 1, and u1 star is equal to 1 minus A12 by 1 minus A12 A21, u2 star is equal to 1 minus A21 by 1 minus A12 A21. The last of these is only of relevance if u1 star is greater than or equal to 0 and u2 star is greater than or equal to 0 are finite, in which case A12 A21 is not equal to 1. The four possibilities are seen immediately on drawing the nullclines f1 equal to 0 and f2 equal to 0 in the u1 u2 phase plane as shown in figure 1. The crucial part of the nullclines are from equation 4 the straight lines 1 minus u1 minus A12 into u2 is equal to 0 and 1 minus u2 minus A21 into u1 is equal to 0. The first of these together with the u2 axis is f1 is equal to 0, while the second together with the u1 axis is f2 equal to 0. Figure 1 gives the nullclines for the competition model in equation 4. f1 equal to 0 is u1 equal to 0 and 1 minus u1 minus A12 u2 equal to 0, with f2 equal to 0 being u2 equal to 0 and 1 minus u2 minus A21 into u1 is equal to 0. The intersection of the two solid lines gives the positive steady state if it exists as in A and B. the relative sizes of A12 and A21 as compared with 1 for it to exist are obvious from figure A to D. The stability of the steady states is again determined by the community matrix, which for equation 4 is A is equal to the matrix dou F1 by dou U1, dou F1 by dou U2, dou F2 by dou U1, dou F2 by dou U2 at U1 star U2 star, which is equal to the matrix 1 minus 2 U1 minus A12 U2 minus A12 U1 minus rho A21 U2 rho into 1 minus 2 U2 minus A21 into U1. The first steady state in equation 5, that is the point 0 0, is unstable since the eigenvalues lambda of its community matrix given from equation 6 by lambda 1 is equal to 1 and lambda 2 is equal to rho are positive. For the second of the equation 5, namely the point 1 0 in equation 6 gives determinant A minus lambda I is equal to the determinant minus 1 minus lambda minus A12 0 rho into 1 minus A21 minus lambda is equal to 0, which gives lambda 1 is equal to minus 1 and lambda 2 is equal to rho into 1 minus A21. And so, U1 star is equal to 1 and U2 star is equal to 0 is stable if A21 is greater than 1 and unstable if A21 is less than 1. Similarly, for the third steady state 0 1, the eigenvalues are lambda 1 is equal to minus rho and lambda 2 is equal to 1 minus A12, and so U1 star is equal to 0 and U2 star is equal to 1 is stable if A12 is greater than 1 and unstable if A12 is less than 1. Finally, for the last steady state in equation 5, when it exists in the positive quadrant, the matrix A from equation 6 is A is equal to 1 minus A12 into A21 inverse into A12 minus 1, A12 into A12 minus 1, rho into A21 into A21 minus 1 and rho into A21 minus 1, which has eigenvalues lambda 1 2 is equal to 2 into 1 minus A12 into A21 inverse into A12 minus 1 plus rho into A21 minus 1 plus or minus A12 minus 1 plus rho into A21 minus 1 the whole square minus 4 rho into 1 minus A12 into A21 into A12 minus 1 into A21 minus 1 the whole raised to half. The sign of lambda or real part of lambda if complex, and hence the stability of the steady state depends on the size of rho A12 and A21. There are several cases we have to consider, all of which have ecological implications. Before discussing the various cases, note that there is a confined set on the boundary of which the vector of the derivatives du1 by dτ, du2 by dτ points along it or inwards. Here it is a rectangular box in the u1 u2 plane. From equation 4, this condition holds on the u1 and u2 axis. Outer edges of the rectangle are, for example, the line u1 is equal to capital U1, where 1 minus capital U1 minus A12 U2 is less than 0, and U2 is equal to capital U2, where 1 minus capital U2 minus A21 into U1 is less than 0. Any capital U1 greater than 1 and capital U2 greater than 1 suffice. So, the system always admits an invariant compact set. The various cases are: the first one A12 less than 1, A21 less than 1, second one A12 greater than 1, A21 greater than 1, third case A12 less than 1, A21 greater than 1, and fourth case A12 greater than 1, A21 less than 1. All of these are analyzed in a similar way. Figures 1a to d and figures 2a to d relate to these cases 1 to 4 respectively. By way of example, we consider just one of them, namely the second case. Figure 2 gives the schematic phase trajectories near the steady states for the dynamic behavior of competing populations satisfying the model given in equation 4 for the various cases A12 less than 1, A21 less than 1, that is given in part A, only the positive steady state S is stable and all trajectories tend to it. In figure B, A12 greater than 1, A21 greater than 1, here point 1, 0 and 0, 1 are stable steady states, each of which has a domain of attraction separated by a separatrix which passes through the point U1 star, U2 star. Figure C gives A12 less than 1, A21 greater than 1, only one stable steady state exists, that is U1 star equal to 1, U2 star is equal to 0, with the whole positive quadrant its domain of attraction. And figure D gives A12 greater than 1, A21 less than 1. The only stable steady state here is U1 star is equal to 0, U2 star is equal to 1, with the positive quadrant as its domain of attraction. Cases B to D illustrate the competitive exclusion principle, whereby two species competing for the same limited resource cannot in general coexist. The results are encapsulated in figure 2 and the arrows indicate the direction of the phase trajectories. The qualitative behavior of the phase trajectories is given by the signs of du1 by dτ, namely f1 u1 u2 and du2 by dτ, which is f2 u1 u2 on either side of the null lines. We will discuss the case A12 greater than 1 and A21 greater than 1. This corresponds to figure 1b, and from equation 7 and 8, points 1, 0 and 0, 1 are stable. Since 1 minus A12 into A21 is less than 0, U1 star U2 star, the fourth steady state in equation 5, lies in the positive quadrant, and from equation 9, its eigenvalues are such that lambda 2 less than 0 less than lambda 1, and so it is unstable to small perturbations. It is a saddle point. In this case, then the phase trajectories can tend to either one of the two steady state as illustrated in figure 2b. Each steady state has a domain of attraction. There is a line, a separatrix, which divides positive quadrant into two non-overlapping regions 1 and 2 as in figure 2b. The separatrix passes through the steady state U1 star U2 star, and it is one of the saddle point trajectories in fact. Now consider some of the ecological implications of these result. In case 1, where A12 is less than 1 and A21 is less than 1, there is a stable steady state where both species can exist as in figure 1a. In terms of the original parameters from equation 2, this corresponds to B12 K2 by K1 less than 1 and B21 K1 by K2 less than 1. For example, if K1 and K2 are approximately the same and the interspecific competition as measured by B12 and B21 is not too strong, these conditions say that the two species simply adjust to a lower population size than if there were no competition. In other words, the competition is not aggressive. On the other hand, if B12 and B21 are about the same and K1 and K2 are different, it is not easy to tell what will happen until we form and compare the dimensionless groupings A12 and A21. In case 2, where A12 is greater than 1 and A21 is greater than 1, if the K's are about equal, then B12 and B21 are not small. The analysis then says that the competition is such that all three non-trivial steady states can exist, but from equations 7 to 9, only the points 1, 0 and 0, 1 are stable as in figure 2b. It can be a delicate matter which ultimately wins out. It depends crucially on the starting advantage each species has. If the initial conditions lie in domain 1, there eventually species 2 will die out, that is U2 tends to 0 and U1 tends to 1, that is N1 tends to K1, the carrying capacity of the environment for N1. Thus, competition here has eliminated N2. On the other hand, if N2 has an initial size advantage, so that U1 and U2 start in region 2, then U1 tends to 0 and U2 tends to 1, in which case the N1 species becomes extinct and N2 tends to K2, its environmental carrying capacity. We expect extinction of one species even if the initial populations are close to the separatrix, and in fact, if they lie on it, since the ever present random fluctuations will inevitably cause one of the ui for I equal to 1 to 2 to tend to 0. Cases 3 and 4 in which the interspecific competition of one species is much stronger than the other, or the carrying capacities are sufficiently different so that A12 is equal to B12 into K2 by K1 which is less than 1, and A21 is equal to B21 into K1 by K2 greater than 1, or alternatively A12 is greater than 1 and A21 is less than 1, are quite definite in the ultimate result. In case 3, as in figure 2c, the stronger dimensionless interspecific competition of the U1 species dominates and the other species U2 dies out. In case 4, it is the other way round and the species U1 becomes extinct. Although all cases do not result in species elimination, those in cases 3 and 4 always do, and in case 2 it is inevitable due to natural fluctuations in the population levels. This work led to the principle of competitive exclusion. Note that the conditions for this to hold depend on the dimensionless parameter groupings A12 and A21, and the growth rate ratio parameter rho does not affect the gross stability results, just the dynamics of the system. Since A12 is equal to B12 into K2 by K1 and A21 is equal to B21 into K1 by K2, the conditions for competitive exclusion depend critically on the interplay between the competition and the carrying capacities as well as the initial conditions in the case 2. We will now move on to mutualism or symbiosis. There are many examples where the interaction of two or more species is to the advantage of all. Mutualism or symbiosis often plays the crucial role in promoting and even maintaining such species. Plant and seed dispersal is one example. Even if survival is not at stake, the mutual advantage of mutualism or symbiosis can be very important. As a topic of theoretical ecology, even for two species, this area has not been as widely studied as the others, even though its importance is comparable to that of predator-prey and competition interactions. The simplest mutualism model equivalent to classical Lotka-Volterra predator-prey one is dN1 by dt is equal to R1 N1 plus A1 N1 into small n2, and dN2 by dt is equal to R2 N2 plus A2 into N1 into small n2, where R1, R2, A1 and A2 are all positive constants. Since dN1 by dt is greater than 0 and dN2 by dt is greater than 0, N1 and N2 simply grow unboundedly. Realistic models must at least show a mutual benefit to both species or as many as are involved and have some positive steady state or limit cycle type oscillation. Some models which do this are described by Whittaker in 1975. A practical example was discussed by May in 1975. As a first step in producing a reasonable two species model, we incorporate limited carrying capacities for both species and consider the system dN1 by dt is equal to R1 into N1 into 1 minus N1 by K1 plus B12 into N2 by K1, and dN2 by dt is equal to R2 into N2 into 1 minus N2 by K2 plus B21 into N1 by K2, where R1, R2, K1, K2, B12 and B21 are all positive constants. If we use the same non-dimensionalization as in the competition models, the signs preceding the BIs are negative there, namely the equation 2, we get du1 by d2 is equal to u1 into 1 minus u1 plus a12 into u2, which we call as f1 of u1 u2, and du2 by d2 is equal to rho into u2 into 1 minus u2 plus a21 into u1, which we call as f2 of u1 u2. Analyzing the model in the usual way, we start with the steady states u1 star and u2 star, which from equation 2 are 0 0, 1 0, 0 1 and 1 plus a12 by delta, 1 plus a21 by delta. After calculating the community matrix for equation 11 and evaluating the eigenvalues lambda for each of the equation 12, it is straightforward to show that the points 0 0, 1 0 and 0 1 are all unstable. The point 0 0 is an unstable node and the point 1, 0 and 0, 1 are saddle points, equilibria. If 1 minus A12 into A21 is less than 0, there are only 3 steady states, the first 3 in equation 12, and so the populations becomes unbounded. We see this by drawing the null lines in the phase plane for equation 11, namely f1 equal to 0, f2 equal to 0, and noting that the phase trajectories move off to infinity in a domain in which u1 tends to infinity and u2 tends to infinity. This can be seen also algebraically, noticing for instance that the bracket of the first of the equation 11 is always larger than the positive constant, and therefore u1 grows exponentially by comparison principle. When 1 minus A12 into A21 is greater than 0, the fourth steady state in equation 12 exists in the positive quadrant. Evaluation of the eigenvalues of the community matrix shows it to be a stable equilibrium. It is a node singularity in the phase plane. Here all the trajectories in the positive quadrant tend to u1 star greater than 1 and u2 star greater than 1, that is n1 is greater than k1 and n2 is greater than k2, and so each species has increased its steady state population from its maximum value in isolation. This model has certain drawbacks. One is the sensitivity between unbounded growth and a finite positive steady state. It depends on the inequality A12 into A21 is less than 1, which from equation 11 in terms of the original parameters in equation 10 is B12 into B21 is less than 1. The B's are dimensionless. So, if symbiosis of either species is too large, this last condition is violated and both populations grow unboundedly. Before we conclude, let us summarize what we have learned in this session. We have discussed the basic two species Lotka-Volterra competition model and analyzed its stability conditions. Then we discussed the two species mutualism models and has analyzed its stability criteria. With this, we complete our discussion on nonlinear prey-predator models. Here are some exercise problems which you can try out for a better understanding of the topic. The first problem: investigate mutualism models beginning with those treated in the session and continuing on with your own model in which both populations face resource limitations. A. For the model, find all equilibria. B. For your model, draw null lines and analyze the phase plane. C. Are there parameter values that lead to interesting equilibria in your model and that do not lead to interesting equilibria? D. If you find equilibria, what type are they? E. Create a new model in which the benefits each species receives from the other is limited in size. Investigate it fully. F. Discuss whether these models seem adequate to capture the basic dynamics of mutualism. Next problem: investigate the competition model for two species that fill the same niche in an environment given by the equation delta p is equal to r into p into 1 minus p plus q by k minus s into pq, and delta q is equal to uq into 1 minus p plus q by k plus v into pq. A. Explain why these two equations model the situation by explaining each term in the modeling equations. Why should k be viewed as the combined carrying capacity for the two species? What sorts of biological reasonable interactions might be captured by the S into PQ and V into PQ terms? B. Taking k equal to 1 for convenience, find formulas for the null lines for this model. Then draw them on a phase plane. To plot them, find formulas where the null lines intercept the axis. You will also need to use that r by r plus s less than 1 and u by u plus v less than 1 regardless of the positive values of r, s, u and v. C. Give formulas for all equilibria of the model still with k equal to 1. D. On the regions created in the phase plane by the null lines, draw arrows suggesting the directions in which population orbits move. Which equilibria are likely to be stable? E. How does all this work change if S equal to V equal to 0? F, using R equal to S equal to U equal to V equal to 1 for parameter values, linearize the model at each of the equilibria. Are each of the equilibria stable or unstable? G, explain why your work does or does not support the ecological concept of competitive exclusion. These are some books for further reading. First one, Modules in Applied Mathematics, Volume 4, Life Science Models by H. M. Roberts and M. Thompson, Springer Verlag 1982. Second one is Mathematical Modeling in Biology, an Introduction by Elizabeth S. Allman and John A. Rhodes. Third one, Mathematical Biology, Lecture Notes by Jeffrey R. Kasner. Fourth one, Mathematical Modeling, Lecture Notes by Jeff S. McGough. Fifth one, Mathematical Modeling, Lecture Notes by David C. Dobson. With this, we come to an end of this session. We will continue with mathematical modeling in another session. Till then, goodbye.